can hear me.
Yes.
I cannot hear y'all.
No, we can
Carmen,
hear you just fine.
sorry, that's Athena again.
We can hear
What the
Anthony.
heck?
Back out, come back in, back out.
Yeah,
Do that
just back
thing
out
again.
and come back. Yeah, I'll let her sort it out and come back. But no, go ahead and finish what you were saying. Super Trish.
So basically, what I'm saying is that I put out a series of videos years ago, but the main reason why I stopped because of that, there were just too much hypocrisy. Like when I tried to have solution-based conversation, what I found is that men were just wanting, really what they were wanting women to come back to the table to negotiate. But what my assertion was that there was no need to negotiate. You state what your demands are, and either they meet the demands or they don't.
Or they gotta go. That's
There is no negotiation.
That's what I said earlier.
The men that are negotiating are men that shouldn't be at the table, which is why they're negotiating.
Yeah, but hang on. That assumes a state of dominance. Let's say, like I don't know. I'm just wondering how, like, where do we draw the line? Because look, I spoke about this before. You know, like Islamism, right? Let's talk about Islamism. Like, I'm not slandering it. I'm just saying, you know, they've got their own set of rules, haven't they, within their own social hierarchy, whatever you want to call it, where they would get their women to obey certain rules. You know, they don't see it as being bad. So why is your way of thinking any better?
Well, okay, I've actually studied Islam. I've read the Quran cover to cover, read several of the hadiths.
Right, apart from all the dodgy like wife beating stuff.
No, when you're talking about Sharia law, you're talking about something completely different than what he's about to talk about.
Yeah, so okay. I just want to contextualize my response to just to say that that I do have an understanding of Islam. I'm not a practitioner of Islam, but I have an understanding of it.
Right.
And their ideologies is based on doctrine. It can be traced back to their religious text, and so that's the foundation for the rule set that they have, and how they want to govern their society. The reason why I am saying what I'm saying is because it's just merely looking at the trajectory. We have proof of concept that what we're doing doesn't work. So I'm just specifically stating that we as men have to be leaders. We even look at examples in the animal kingdom. Right now, that doesn't mean being like a micromanager, draconian type leader. But if we look at, for instance, we'll just take gorillas, some of our closest quote unquote animal kingdom relatives. Right. You have an alpha male. Right. He provides protection. He determines where they sleep. He determines where they eat. He determines what direction that they go when they're foraging. When they cross roads, I've actually seen video evidence of a gorilla standing guard in the middle of the road, so that way his sheep can cross safely. This is what it means to actually be a leader. So and also the gorilla takes on females that are beyond the age of actually mating. So they actually have no benefit of providing protection for these quote unquote females in that troop, but they do so anyway. But they respect his leadership. That's the difference. So what I'm saying is that you don't have to be a microman, because a gorilla doesn't spoon feed the people in this troop or the
right. Fact.
He just determines where they eat. And
but hang on. But this isn't right. So, but we had this conversation before, and my response was something along the lines of we're not baboons, yeah. We're not gorillas. We're not like chimpanzees. We're we're human beings, and so like that's why we walk around with clothes, right? Because we got the concept of something called civilization. So you know, we don't go around just doing whatever we want. You know, we've got a sense of law and order, which is a human aspect of law. It's not based on anymore on just like raping and pillaging.
Draw parallels between gorilla behavior and human.
Well, because there was a concept at a time in history where people used to rape and pillage and act very animalistic. Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
And so there were the Dark Ages. The Dark Ages, people.
Let me ask you this: when you eat food, do you chew it first before you swallow?
Of course.
Okay, gorillas, do they chew their food first before they swallow?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
then,
that way
like,
we can actually draw parallels between gorilla behavior, quote unquote, animalistic behavior, and human behavior. We can draw parallels. Although
no,
we have our
absolutely.
distinctions,
Right.
we have our distinctions, we can draw parallels. That's
No,
a fair
absolutely,
point.
absolutely, right, absolutely right. So I do, right. Hear me out, please, hear me out, because I'm not denying that, and I agree with you. I think you're very smart, and I think you've got lots of very good points. Yeah, because I do draw distinctions and parallels and comparisons between humans and animals. I absolutely do. But what I'm saying is, in this instance, there are certain things that, you know, as humans, we've got like I think we discussed something about like we're able to have a different sense of foresight and a different sense of community and behavioral tendencies. Animals have instinctive tendencies, of course. You know, we have a drive to replicate. What is it?
Procreate.
That. Thank you. All that kind of stuff. The animal, but then as humans, we have a tendency to be different, you know, just different. We're not like the same as animals anymore.
Yeah, we are.
Not
Yeah,
really.
we are.
Well, kind of.
Yeah, we are.
We eat and we breed and we breathe and we, like, you know, have the same, like, but, and we peacock and all that kind of stuff, like I said before. But
We're not much different.
No, I want to ask him. I want to ask him something real quick. Do you understand? Do you know what really distinguishes humans from animals? Have you ever asked yourself that?
Yeah, I think it's the sense of understanding or foreseeing, like how you can envisage your own death in the future, or something like the ramifications, or like imagination, or stuff like that. Because they say free will or something like that. You know, if you're talking about the biblical sense, they talk about humans have free will. I don't really know too much about that.
I think your initial response was more where I'm going with it, in that we as humans, we have a tendency to plan ahead, right?
Yeah.
But what happens is that when we don't actually achieve Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we kind of revert to our animal, right? So when we don't have our basic necessities met, then we become more like animals, right?
But okay.
That even though we have our distinctions, we also have to acknowledge the parallels that we have, and kind of look at what we know to actually work, right?
So
when you have confusion because there is no clear direction.
But I think there is a clear direction. Hang on. So talking about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, yeah?
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so would you say what percentage of the human population are living below poverty line? I'm talking about.
I don't know. I don't know statistics, so I can't answer any statistics on that.
Well, let's just say that there's a.
So I think there's a large population. I think it's a major, like the most
statistically significant cohort of the population that's below the poverty line. So with those people who are not having their basic needs met, how far in the future do you think they're planning?
Yeah, but hang on, bro, because look, I studied Maslow's hierarchy of needs, for a long time, as a health and social care worker, right? And one thing that came to my mind was, how much of this do you actually need, and why is the pyramid the way it is? It's a bit like the food pyramid, mate. I think it's upside down. I call it the Maslow's hierarchy of the needy. The needy. Right, so it starts off like this, right? The people at the top should be the ones that need the basic stuff that we were talking about. There should be different levels, but they invert things, and so I call it Maslow's hierarchy of the needy. Okay, because it gets to a point where you don't need all of that stuff. You don't need that. You don't need this, or you don't need that. Why are you calling it a hierarchy of needs in the first place? Right? I called it the hierarchy of wants and desires. Right, and I flipped it right on its head. And I worked it out. I worked out the trap. Okay, so don't fall into the Maslow's hierarchy of needs trap, bro, because you're going to fall for that one. Okay.
How you triggered my
hierarchy? You could take off the top part, but when we're talking about the hierarchy of needs, right? Our needs are still at the bottom of that, and So here's my issue. At the very beginning, when I first walked in, you said once we have our needs met, then we've met those like essentially mammalian needs, and then we go past it. But even if you look at animals that have all of their needs met, food, shelter, safety, they still don't need the same things that humans do. We're on a completely different level. And I think that this is an evolution conspiracy to try to push evolution to say that we are just like animals and there's no difference. But there's a very clear difference between us and other animals. So once we get past our basic needs, we do have other wants and desires to thrive. But animals, even if you get past those needs, their wants and desires do not compare to the wants and desires of humans. We are such higher level outside of dolphins and maybe whales and very few animals.
Yeah. Even raven.
All of the rest of the animals, like you cannot compare them. This is an agenda pushed by evolutionists to try to say that we are the same as all other animals so that they can disprove creationism. Land plane, sorry. I had to jump in. I was like, hold on, I got something to say. Sorry. Y'all know I always
going in a different direction, because what I was saying is that, you know, when you're talking about a population growing down a particular trajectory, and to have people acknowledge that, wait a minute, something's going wrong here, we have to actually act. But when people are more concerned about the basic necessities, they're not looking that far in the future to say, okay, well, if we continue on this path, this is where we're going to be. So my assertion is not that we as humans are exactly the same as animals. What I said was that there are distinctions and there are parallels in understanding that if we don't have the basic needs met, then people kind of stay in this area where they're looking towards, how am I going to get my next meal? How am I going to actually pay my rent for this month? I don't think about how I'm going to pay the rent for the month. I haven't thought about how I'm going to pay the rent for the month since I was like 17. But there are people who are in their 40s and 50s who don't even know where their next meal is coming from. So it's an entirely different perspective. And we're privileged to be in a position where we don't think about those things.
No,
and we're able to actually think
you're describing, that system you're describing is actually designed to keep us oppressed. And if you look at the education system, before the Rothschild and the Rockefellers stepped into the education system, when we were more homesteaders, everybody had a farm, everyone was so ingenuitive. People were coming up with inventions on their own personal farm. They were like critical thinking, problem solving people. As soon as they were put in the education system, and this happened right after World War II, when men were too tired to fight feminism, right? And with feminism came the change of the education system. It was now, if you don't send your child to school, you're a bad parent. It used to be like, you're sending your kids to school because you're prestigious, right? Now it's like, you don't send your child to school, now you are a bad parent, now you're abusive. And so you had to send your child to school. And here's what happened. It used to be actual education, and then it became, because of the assembly line, right? Education became, let me teach you how to think in this small little box. So you have big thinkers who are on farms constantly. I'm going to tell you, as someone who has a homestead, constantly problem solving, constantly critically thinking.
It keeps you on your toes.
Yes, you take that big mind and you got to put it in a little box. You got to control it so they can work in a factory and do factory work to make the people, the big people, of their money.
Athena, but isn't, because the world is changing, right? And of course, you know, things tighten up over the course of time. You know, we've seen so many we've seen so many elitist.
Let me land my plane. Because
Okay,
of
sure.
those changes, it changed the way people think. People used to think critically. They used to think about like problem solving and all of that. And then they were told, I just need you to push this button, this button, this button to work these machines to make me money. So that literally dulled the mind and created worker bees. This is why there was a complete new haul on the education system by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and Carnage something. I can't remember his first name.
Andrew Carnegie.
Carnage.
Carnegie.
Maybe it was Carnegie. Maybe I'm saying
Andrew Carnegie.
Yeah, but they did that for a reason, because there were so many people coming up with ingenuitive thing after ingenuitive thing that put them out of business. And they're like, no, we need you to think like we want you to think, so we earn money and y'all are our workers. So there's no evolution. It was literally these people decided, I'm tired of competition. Let's force people through propaganda to say that you have to send your children to school, and let's teach all the children that they have to think in these little tiny boxes. Tiny boxes.
So it seems to me that your focus mostly is on your frustration with the education system as a whole, the actual education system. And I get that, because I feel as if the education system has been completely controlled by like the likes of the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and, you know, so on and so forth. And I completely get that. And it's the same frustration that we have over here in the UK, you know, and we believe that it's the same thing. Rothschilds, they've permeated every education system within the Western society.
It sets the sun rises and sets on their terrain.
Sure, but then this is the issue. So it comes to this. The problem is, you identify this. I identify this. I'm sure a lot of people understand this, and it's all well and good to take your children out of the education system. But what is really the way forward? How are we going to ensure? You know, we've seen like so many scandals happening recently, globally. How are we going to ensure that we can stop all of this stuff happening?
The people who want to take their kids out to educate them themselves, if they don't have a foundation that is solid, how are they going to teach their kids how to learn, how to be critical thinkers, especially if they're in the city? So my father, his family was from Greece. My mom's from Pereira, Colombia. Like, I have a very different mentality on life. And I think that there are people called to certain situations. And one of my biggest strengths is actually teaching very young children very complex concepts. Like, I have worked with kids in 2nd grade and taught them college level algebra, and they understand it. The thing is, there's not enough people who have not been so brainwashed that they could turn around and teach. Yes, there's a lot of good moms out there, and they could do their best, and maybe their kids, because they don't have the same constraints, will do it. But we need something faster, because right now with the Epstein files, they know that there's like literally civil, coming. If
unrest, major civil unrest,
That's a good word. That's a good word. Unrest. Yeah. And so we need people who are actually capable. I would actually say probably I would be really capable of teaching young children to young adults how to think critically, how to practice animal husbandry, raising your own food, protection, all of those things. But the issue is we don't have enough people who are like me that can meet other people like me to create communities. It's all about community. We literally, as a species, need community to rely on each other, but you have to sacrifice something. Do you want to go and get sushi every week or burgers every week, or do you want to put the hard work in and free your children? Because we're not free right now. We are not free. And if we continue this path, it's gonna get worse.
Whoa.
Yeah, but
We're
you
not
see,
free?
but watch this
We are
though.
not free.
But what you're describing, it kind of ties into Tripp's point.
Okay.
It kind of ties into Tripp's point, because if you look at some of these inner city areas, like he said, I don't know if you heard him earlier. He said he's in Seattle, and yep, I said the same thing. He's in Seattle. He's in Seattle, and if you look at some of these inner city like ghettos and stuff, there's a reason why I don't stay in the ghetto. There's a reason why when people come up on money, a lot of times they leave the ghetto. It's because those are environments where people are struggling to get their basic needs met, and to Skytrip's point, they revert back to behaving like animals. It's true.
Okay, real quick.
It's true.
What's your name? I think it's T something. T?
No, I think he's talking to you, Skytrip.
Oh, just call me Triz.
Triz, okay, there we go.
Triz. Do you know people in your area who need free tutors? Because I can dedicate 30 minutes per child. I'll dedicate that for 4 children for free. So 30 minutes a week. That's 2 hours a week. I'll dedicate that for free to tutor children, to not just get them where they need to be in their education, but teach them about the system.
Well, I don't really interact with the children in my neighborhood, so I really couldn't.
That's what we need, though. You have so many people like myself. Well, maybe not a lot of people willing to do it for free. I'm always like, I may not have money to donate, but I can donate my time. I can donate my resources, which is my mind. I'm willing. I'm able and willing. So if y'all know someone, please connect them with me, because I will absolutely help any inner city child, and I will sit for 30 minutes a week. 30 minutes a week.
You know what? I think what you're going to have to end up doing to build a network is you're going to have to link with people that are kind of in that same area as you,
probably
Athena. Well, hold on, because think about this. Because I don't think you're going to be willing to travel back and forth from Dallas to Seattle all the time.
No, I said
she do it virtually.
Online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, even then, because of the time zone difference. Because like he's
on the 2 hours. Any single parent out there who's watching and is like, I need tutoring for my child, I got you. I volunteer.
Sorry to interrupt. Speaking of time zone difference, it's I didn't realize how late it is already.
I'm sorry.
It's like 4:27 in the morning here. So,
Lord.
Yeah, he's over there.
Yeah, I didn't realize how late it was. Yeah, I've really got to log off. I've really got to log off. I'm sorry, Athena. I wanted to spend more time chatting with you.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It doesn't. Whatever. I'm not that sorry. I'm sorry, but not sorry.
I had a friend I haven't talked to in 3 months, or I haven't seen in 3 months. And mind you, before she moved, we saw each other at least once a week, if not twice a week. So when she moved, and then we went 3 months away, when she said, hey, come over, I knew that I had this, but then I forgot it, because with this
Hey,
particular
it's okay. It's really honestly, it's okay. It's okay. Like I just I wish I could have stayed and spent more time,
I'm
listening.
sorry I came in like a hot firecracker.
No, it's all good. It's all good. No, but if
Love
you
it.
gotta go, Mark, it's cool.
Take it easy. Do your thing, bro. Nice to meet you. And what's his name again?
Triz.
Triz.
Yeah, Triz.
Triz. Yo, bro,
it's
do
not
me a
Tizzle.
favor. Make sure. Yeah, I know it sounds like Tizzle. It's Triz. It's like we'll say Trizzle instead of Tizzle. Trizzle. We got Trizzle and Tizzle. Yeah. Trizzle and Tizzle. Anyway, Triz, hear me out. I feel like you need to come back into this podcast next time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've already subscribed to the channel, so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, when you go
Sweet.
live, I'll catch it.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. That works out. But you say you got to
Thank
go,
you,
Mark.
bro. Yeah, do your thing, bro.
All right, you take it easy, brother.
Oh, hey, Mark.
This isn't good for your back.
I was gonna say, Mark, drop
Yeah.
your channel link.
Out of here.
Yeah,
Mark-
how do I reach out? How do I reach out to you?
Drop your channel link in the back chat for StreamYards, and I'll catch it.
Okay.
Yeah. If you type it, because like once I drop you down, you'll still be in here, and then you could just type your channel name or whatever in the back chat, and I'll put it in the description.
Yeah,
And
actually,
then Triz will get it too.
if you
All right.
log in to your stuff, even when you leave, it's still streaming on your channel. So if you ever have like hopes to monetize, it's really good to do these types of things and like let it run even.
Yeah, because
when
it helps with the watch time too.
Yeah.
Yes, with the watch time, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Bye, Mark.
All right. Cool, man. Cool. Thanks, everyone. Thank you once again.
All right, you take it easy, man.
This isn't good for your back. I brought this on myself.
All right. So you came in late to the conversation, Athena.
I'm so sorry.
No. It's cool.
I
It's cool.
told you I was gonna be here, and I'm such an a-hole. I honestly, okay, so here's the thing. This is what you need to do with me. You need to say, is it on your calendar?
I'm listening.
Okay, here's the thing. Like, you message me in advance. One thing Fatty does, I think he learned his lesson, as he like messaged me like 2 days before. He's like, "Are you free?" Or a day before, and I'm like, "Actually, yeah, I am free." And at first he scheduled in advance until like I think 2 times I had to cancel on him, and then he was like a day or 2 before. And so as I feel like such an a-hole. Just mind you, I am a single mother and I have a homestead.
Yeah, we
Well,
know.
I'm not single anymore, but still I essentially raised my son. I raised my son by myself. I have a homestead. I have so much on my plate. And I don't mean that as an excuse. I don't want to make excuses. I just feel really bad. I'm just a girl. I'm a woman. I'm an anti-feminist. I think that women are the weaker vessel. We're just not as good as men. And like sometimes I feel like I just fail and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's not really that big a deal. Because one
It
thing I
feels
always
like a big deal to me though.
Well, because look, one thing I always say on here is if people are not able to pull up to the platform, I understand. Like I've never had any type of ill feelings towards anybody, no matter how many invites I send out and say, "Hey man, you down to hop on?" "Oh yeah, I'll make it." And then if something comes up, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it because of such and such and such." Okay, cool. Because I understand people have lives. I understand that. So I don't come into this expecting everything to just be 100% my way all the time. Like I understand that I only control how the platform goes. If people show up, cool. if they have to drop off and go take care of other things, cool. Like you're not like no one's holding anybody here against their will or forcing them to be here.
I grew up with the mentality, let your word be your truth. Like,
yeah.
And so before I had my son, if I said something, I was going to do it. When I had my son, I have to be very careful what I say I'm going to do because
yep, he's going to hit you with the mom, but you said, mom, but you told me. Yeah, he going to hit you with that.
Yeah.
No, but
a homestead. Oh my God. Yep. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, I'm doing something and then I hear like a screaming lamb outside or goat or sheep or something. And I go out and I'm like, what are you all tangled up a wire against their throat? And I'm like, untangling it. Like you could ask the guy that I'm seeing right now. And I'm like, I'm talking to him and I'm like, wait, hold on. I hear like screaming. And so I go outside, like, because they get into shit. This is why farmers, like, they don't fucking leave their houses. They leave their houses for like a few hours and they got to be back or else the animals like to unalive themselves. Why?
Something's always going to happen with them. No, but you came in on the last question of the show. Oh. And the last question is, does social media create false intimacy? We kind of all gave our answers earlier, and then we just kind of were chopping it up about a bunch of other things. But I want to get your perspective on that.
So I am in a long distance relationship, and I actually met him on.
Here we go.
I met him on TikTok, and mind you, I have gone on so many dates and even tried to go out on dates with guys in my area. I think I told you about this. This guy in my area, I was like, okay, because he's kind of red-pilled, right? And he was telling me about how he went on dates with these women who were like, I just misspoke. I swear to drunk, I'm not God. Anyways, you could do it again if you want.
Stupid.
No, I got you.
Stupid.
So he was like, yeah, every time I try to meet a girl, she's always on OF or this and that or whatever. And I was like, I promise you, I'm not an OF. I would never be on OF. I literally scrub toilets for a living so that I could continue to homeschool my son. And I have a degree in biotechnology. I could very easily put my son in public school so I could get a lab job that's so much easier than what it is that I do. But I do it because I have convictions and very traditional values. And so I told him, I was like, you know what? These women used you for an expensive dinner, which is what they did. They expected a 5-star restaurant, this and that. And I was like, you know what? I will cook.
Yeah, but he's dumb for going through with it. That's his fault.
Hold on. He didn't know. They didn't reveal any of that until after they met. But hold on. So I told him, I'm sorry you've been put through the ringer. Let me cook a meal for you. We'll meet halfway and we can have a picnic at a public park in the middle. And I will cook you your favorite meal and your favorite dessert. And I will get a babysitter and all of that. And 2 days before we were supposed to go, I was like, we're still on for the date.
Oh, right? Yeah, I remember that.
And he was like, well, I just don't think you're that into me. I'm not that into you, sir. I'm cooking your favorite meal. I literally bought all the ingredients for his favorite meal and his favorite cake to cook everything from scratch. And I hired a babysitter but I'm not that into you. And this is not the first time. A lot of these men complain about these OF girls, but they actually prefer the OF girls because they know they're going to get laid after. They know if I go out on a date with them, yeah, I'm going to give them their favorite meal. I'm going to treat them like a king. I'm going to do all of these things, but they're not getting any, punani after. So that's not really what they want. They really want the women who are weaponizing their, hoo-ha. And so I don't have sympathy. But anyways, what was the original question? I got off on a tangent.
Does social media create false intimacy?
So I am in a long distance relationship. I met him on TikTok. Like 8.5 months ago. We made it official January 10th. And
That's the day before my brother's birthday.
I mean, we had so many wonderful discussions before then, before we made it official, and I don't regret it. I understand it's probably going to be another year before we can actually be together long term, maybe a year and a half, which is I mean, it's already been 2 years. So what's another year and a half? You know what I'm saying? For the girlies who aren't out there just round of applause with every man that they're with, and they're just but you get what I'm saying. For women who just go out and sleep around, the idea of a year to a year and a half is unfathomable for them. It's already been 2 years for me. What's another year and a half?
So then, what city is he in?
Oh, he's in another state.
What state? What city? What state?
I'm not allowed to give any information about him because of who he is.
We're not asking who he is. We're just asking, we're trying to find a geographic location to determine, when you say long distance,
a little more northeast.
Northeast. So tri-state area?
That sounds like the East Coast.
What's tri-state area?
New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, tri-state area.
Yeah.
A little southern of that. He used to be up there, but he's a little
brotherly love, city of
now.
City of brotherly love.
That's getting too specific, bro.
Okay.
Philly? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, he's talking about Philly. He's talking about Philly.
Oh, I went to Philly when I went on the new Fugazi. I flew into Philly and then went to anyways.
Okay, so we know the general vicinity. Okay, I get it. Okay. So my thing is, listen, I wish you the best of luck. I was in a long distance relationship myself. I've done it. Although my relationship had more, I should say, more privileges. So I was allowed. This was discussed. So I wasn't beholden to this one person. But this was something that was mutually agreed upon. So it was different. So, anyways, that relationship has since dissolved.
I'm sure.
But Athena ain't liking that.
No, it was because of the distance. It was just, I had considered moving, but the amount of money I would make there would be 1/4 of what I make here. So it didn't make sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I did the math. Now what I would have done
she wasn't willing to move to you?
Huh?
She wasn't willing to move to you?
Because she was making a lot of money where she was at too. So it was one of those things where, I wouldn't want her, and just she was very, very industry specific. It just wouldn't have worked unless I were to go there.
She chose her career over a good man.
No, I wouldn't say that. I just felt like it just didn't make any sense. And so I'm satisfied with that. I'm doing great. But like I said, I wish you the best of luck. I hope it works out for you. But I just wanted to comment on something because you spoke of homesteading, and so which is great. I mean,
Hello.
if you're able to homestead, I think that's great. But I think the issue is that
funny,
for a lot of people, that's not
what?
really an option.
Well,
Especially,
you guys, I saw you guys were asking where I was from.
Hey, and he pulled up. What's going on, bro?
How you doing?
That's my name.
Oh no, we doing great, man. We're kind of
Yep.
grilling Athena so we can get additional information, so we can kind of get a general understanding without getting too specific.
Okay, and the answer is yes.
Y'all are trying really hard to get specific.
The answer is yes. I can tie cherry stems with my tongue.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Sip your drink. Sip it all. Go ahead.
well,
sip
because
it all,
the
Athena.
reason why is because she stated that she's farm. She has I guess you have a farm in like a farmstead or homestead, something like that.
Yeah.
And so if again, that goes into issue who's going to go where. If you live in a highly developed, major metropolitan area, is going to be very different,
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
Athena don't.
so loud, Rock.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Oh, hey, he sounds just fine.
No. Hold on.
How do I sound now?
You don't sound like you're talking loud. You're like the voice pickup is just very boisterous. I'm not criticizing. I'm just
trying to be assertive.
I love the assertiveness.
Yeah, see Athena trying to flirt right now. Y'all trying to turn my panel into a dang doujin, bro.
What's a doujin?
A doujin is like a Japanese term for like a social dating setting.
Oh, I see. Ohio. Gozaimasu.
Oh, how do you say that thing where it's like stop, please?
Oh no. Okay, it's Yamate Kudasai.
Yamate Kudasai.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so now that Rock Around the Clock is here, because you pulled up a couple times, but you never actually like stayed.
Sorry, I just wanted to pull a hit and run.
Oh no, you good. You
Better not.
What?
No, but the question at hand is: does social media create false intimacy?
Like for like streamers or
Just in a general sense?
I believe it can. I don't think it's inherently like. I think when social media is used correctly, I think it creates strong bonds. But I think nowadays it's been so marketed to death that it's just it's not what it used to be, if that makes sense. We're not in the golden age of the internet anymore. We're in people being fake with one another, people using people for drama.
Can I add something to that?
No, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So there's a difference between seeking out attention from like random people and like actually meeting someone on social media and connecting with them and having a special connection with them. Actually, someone that we both mutually know on TikTok, she's known as Elevated Souls. She met her fiance on TikTok and she's now pregnant. They're about to get married and like they met on TikTok. Like that's a little crazy, right? And like I met him on TikTok. I met him on a TikTok live at that. Had no intentions of finding a man, but I'm an anti-feminist, and I guess I just said, certain things, and he was like, oh yeah, that's fine. And I was like, okay.
don't know. It was like a moth to a flame.
So I guess it's I guess so. I guess so. This is one of those instances where social media created real intimacy. Then, right?
I think it depends on the person.
I guess you could say that.
Mm.
I think there are people who seek. I've met so many women, and mind you, I'm not going to say who, but some very dear friends of mine. And
Uh-oh.
I think they were exposed to social media much younger than I was. I was exposed to social media I was much older in life. I know I'm an old woman, right? But I was exposed to social media later in life. But the women that I know that were exposed to social media very young, they're like, I need to post a picture so I can get some likes to feel good about myself. And like they literally said that. I'm not even making this up. I've had multiple women that I know and love say this, and I was like, are you are you literally posting to feel good about yourself? Because and they would post pictures with their titties out or like looking behind or doing something sexual.
Oh, actually, can I add on something to something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Before Rock does, he's mad at me because of my shoulder. Oh, I didn't mean my bra strap to be in there. Hold on.
Wow, how scandalous.
Scandalous. He was like,
Oh my god, how dare you do that?
he told me you better not show that shoulder.
Oh, and by the way,
My
right?
shoulder?
By the way, you said your word is your bond, yes? You said you were going to call me when you got home. You did not.
I did.
You didn't.
You didn't answer.
I didn't get any calls from you.
Where's I will show
Oh,
you
really?
now, because I called you first before I even got on the live stream, because that was my number one priority.
Stop the cap.
You don't gotta lie, Athena.
At 9:56. Hold on.
Wait, don't show my phone number.
Oh shit. Never mind. Just kidding. Anyways, I was not thinking. I called you before I jumped on.
Did it go straight to voicemail?
It did.
So
I
that means I did.
And I texted you.
Yeah, then I called you right. Then I called you back, like after I got the text, and then you said no. I jumped on
you
here.
called me when I was already like deep in the conversation.
Wow, she's making excuses. Can you believe this?
Am I wrong? Anonymous face. Am I wrong? And T. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
She's wrong.
I'm not getting involved in that.
Yep. Hey, I'm staying out of it.
And out of that.
Yeah, I'm staying out of it.
I mean, I'm happy you're here.
Oh,
I'd rather you be here. So anyway,
wait! I was going to address something really quick. Wait, hold on.
Creating false intimacy.
Motherfucker, Athena.
Yeah,
wait.
he said he was going to add something to that.
Wait, I just wanted to say this real quick. Did you guys know who Riley Reid is, right?
Oh man, yep.
Well, okay, so
I know
apparently,
exactly what that is.
yeah.
She belongs to the streets.
So she had a kid recently, and she wants all of her previous stuff scrubbed from the internet and just forget about everything.
Yeah.
Lana Rose said the same thing.
I don't get it.
Here's the thing, and actually this goes into your topic about false intimacy. It's called parasocial bonds, right? And a lot of men, no, it's not just men, but like men create these parasocial bonds with corn. And it's really sad to me.
You can say the word, right?
Well, I'm so used to TikTok.
You can say the word.
We thought you were monetized.
Well, I'm
you-
close. I'm close. But even if I do, it's like I tell people I run a free speech platform. Like I'm not on here censoring people.
We can say
no,
any.
I know
but
you're
you
not.
don't want your channel to have videos that have limited. They'll be yellow.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you
I'm
definitely want
doing
to
it out of
censor the speech
respect
on
for
YouTube
you.
for sure.
I'm doing
No,
it out of
no,
respect.
I get that, but so far I haven't run into any of those issues.
But you're,
Yeah,
are
yeah,
you
because
No,
monetized?
you're
but
not
no,
monetized yet.
no,
You're not monetized yet.
I understand y'all are looking out for me though. I respect that. Y'all are looking out for me.
I have to
Yeah, I
pause.
get it.
I'll be right back.
Once you get monetized, and especially as your channel grows, you start getting more views, and
Mhm.
YouTube wants to. It places you in a different tier, and so then they begin to run more ads. And what's going to happen is that it's going to be more scrutiny on your channel.
Okay, I got you.
So you want to start the trend early, but kind of watching what you say, and then also watching who you bring up, because people will come up on your panel, and then they'll have a what you call a virtual webcam, and they'll play porn or some type of crap to mess up your algorithm.
Yeah, they can do that, and they'll just get kicked out.
Yeah, but it's too late at that point. Then you gotta hide the video. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep, I know exactly what you're saying. But see, the beauty of us doing this on StreamYard is I might have to hide the video on my YouTube, but then I could just edit it on a download copy and then just repost it.
This is true.
I could just edit whatever out and then just put it back up.
Oh, maybe you can
know
help.
what, though? Post-production is the most labor-intensive portion of doing.
No, it is
doing content creation.
No, you're
the
right.
more
How
It
do
you
is.
have to edit,
How do you edit it?
more work for you.
Well,
Wait,
no,
so
because what you'll have to do is like on your little whatever, you have to actually go to your library, and then you just download a copy of the live stream. So
You're
even though
gonna have to teach me how to do that,
Well,
because
it's
I'm gonna tell you
easy.
this.
It's
I'm
easy.
gonna tell you this. That's the best way to do it is if you need to have like a video card. I forgot what it's called, but there's like a way that you can actually put a
capture card
on your motherboard, so that way you have two feeds, and you take the raw feed, not the YouTube up, because the YouTube is going to downscale it.
Right.
So what you want the raw feed that's going to be 4K, and then what you do is you take that raw feed. See, once you have a 4K resolution, or like I got a camera that can do 6K.
Can you send me a message?
High resolution, and you can zoom in and not lose any clarity.
Oh, okay.
That's why you want high resolution, not some down.
Do you personally do that?
Huh?
Do you personally do that?
I've done it in the past. I've done all that stuff in the past.
Can you show Athena how to do that?
What?
Can I give you my email? And if you need a little bit of money for directions or something, like that's fine. But can I give you my email?
Well, here's what I'll say. But here's what I say. If you're really serious about it, then you would probably you're gonna have to put some money into it and get something like you can't. StreamYard is not gonna be the best bet. Like if you're really serious, you'll get something like a YOLO Live Extreme, which is is basically is what StreamYard does, but it's built into an actual device.
How do you spell it out?
YOLO Live. It's called a video switcher, but it has
YOLO
YOLOLIV. That is it's the company.
Okay.
And this is a one-time purchase, or is this like a?
Yeah, it's a one-time purchase. It's expensive, but it's a one-time purchase. But what it does is it allows you to send out links. You can send out links from the device. People can call in. You can set up scenes and all that stuff. It's almost like OBS in a device, right?
Okay.
What's expensive? Are we talking a couple $100?
No, 2,000.
Ooh.
Does it come with gold?
You
can
can have
offer up my kidney? Not that it's
can have
2,000.
You can have 4 4K inputs. Plus, you can have like 3 webcam inputs.
Her monitor's not that good though.
Huh?
Hey, that's powerful though.
Her computer is literally a potato.
No, you don't need the computer with this. You can stream directly from the device.
I
The
see.
device is all in one.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
He
Right,
understands
and so
all the man stuff. I don't understand it. He
how
understands.
I saw this, I was at this event in Tacoma. It was in the city near me, and this person had this gigantic, like we're talking like a broadcast camera, but he had this device hooked onto the camera, and I'm like, what is that? And he explained it was like a YOLO Live thing, so he's able to like put the raw feed in there. He can broadcast it at the same time, save it on the SD card, or he can save it on the external hard drive. It's like real, but what it does is it allows you to send out links. You can stream from the device, have multiple video feeds and inputs too. And so it kind of really, and there's other devices that do it. Like there's I think there's one called ATEM. It's a switcher too. There's other brands that do it, but I think YOLO Live is like the most comprehensive, like one of the best ones on the market.
More
right
user friendly, kind of like user friendly.
User friendly, and it has like, and there's like a Facebook group that they have like people.
Oh, shout out to Triz.
Okay, real quick, did someone send something?
Someone
sent a comment or something, right?
Oh, you're talking about this?
Yes.
Loneliness is emphasized by technology and computers and phones.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's emphasized. What I think is that it reinforces people's ability to limit their social interactions. So, for instance, like Athena said that she was kind of after that, or she was before the internet phase, and so she didn't get on the internet and social media until later on in life, which I'm in the same boat. But
no, hold on. Don't age me more than I already am. All of my friends were on the internet. I just had my father was privy to some information. He was in the military, and so I was not allowed to have the same things that other people were. And so I didn't get on that. It's not that I didn't have access to it. I could have, but don't make it sound like I was like in the Stone Age.
She was too busy playing Fable.
Actually, no. I was in my early days. I was playing.
Oh, really?
I was playing StarCraft on PC. The first one. That was my original thing. But
and now she plays Poppy's Playtime.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I played StarCraft. I played the original Diablo. I played Marathon. I go back to those days. But
your camera is so clear. Okay, I got a question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you have some lights and all that. I feel like my camera is really clear. More clear than I would like, because I can see wrinkles and like whatever.
You're talking about your camera?
Anonymous. My camera is a 4K camera. So Anonymous and Rock, if you're looking at both of our cameras, his is a little dark when it comes to like facial, like very front stuff, but like,
well, he's also farther away.
Well, I have the lights in this. It's very dark in this room right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seemed like you have it set up like that on purpose.
Well, see, the thing about it is that you can't recreate this without having a camera with a large sensor. So
okay,
a lot of people.
That's true.
You're talking about all of that stuff. So Anonymous and Rock, which camera looks more clear? Not looks better, because his coloring is amazing. Which one looks better clarity wise?
Triz.
Yeah. Rock.
Which one looks clearer?
Yeah.
I guess Triz, yeah.
But guess what though? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I have my camera set right now to stream in 1080p. It's not even 4K.
Yeah, mine is streaming in 1080p.
Now,
Yeah,
now, let me explain to you, because see, this is where the misconception is.
Yeah, mine is streaming in 1080p as well.
People 4K, 2K, 3K, none of that matters when you're talking about sensor size.
Yeah.
So sensor size is a bigger determinant on clarity and low light performance, right?
Mhm.
So I have my ISO. My ISO was only at 160, right?
That's low.
160
Yeah,
ISO.
yeah, ISO is really, really low.
I don't think Athena knows what you're talking about. What's
That is
ISO?
really,
I
really
do.
low.
I actually took a photography
Really?
class, so
Surprise, surprise.
So, so the reason why I'm able to stream with an ISO so low is because my camera. Now, mind you, let me be clear. This is a webcam that I'm on.
Yeah.
An actual webcam, not a camera that you take pictures with, which a lot of people use to get the really good low light performance. This is a webcam.
You're using a laptop or?
No, this is a Micro
okay.
Four
So the
Thirds.
sensors are what? Are they high or low? What
This is a Micro Four Thirds. This is the Micro Four Thirds sensor webcam. That's why you have this amazing low light performance and clarity.
So then, what aperture are you using?
This is a 1.7 aperture.
Okay,
You can't tell, but the background is very blurred.
okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
F 1.7 Micro Four Thirds, and 160 ISO.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
And-
you
and I-
said
I-
No,
sensor
that makes
micro.
perfect
Hold on.
sense.
Sensor micro.
I think it's a
For
45 millimeter. It might be a 45 or 25. I think it's a 25.
Okay,
25 millimeter.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
and you
Now
said,
downstairs, my computer downstairs, I got a 45 millimeter, and you can count the hairs on my face with when I yeah. So it's like, and it's a Micro Four Thirds webcam.
How do I say your name again? Trez?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering, do you game on PC?
Now I people think I game because I got a 9950 X3D with a 5080, which I could game, I guess, but I mainly play old retro games, believe it or not.
Ah, okay.
So you play Half-Life?
No, old retro games.
Oh, okay. So like NES.
Oh, like NES, SNES, maybe. Now I did start the because the PlayStation 3 emulation is getting pretty good, so I've been doing a little PS3. But yeah, for the most part, but I don't even play it often. I may play maybe a couple times a month, maybe twice a month. I may play.
Oh, I see. No, because Athena's starting her gaming endeavors. I was wondering if you had any tips for that.
I froze for a second. My tip would be to get a 9950 X3D. And
Well, that's a graphics card?
No, the 9950 X3D is the CPU. So you want a CPU that has multiple cores, but it's still powerful enough to game, so that way you can multitask. So
I see.
So you want to be able to game, have some type of whatever software encoding interface. Then you want to have some type of maybe an emulator running at the same time. Then you want to have like your YouTube. You want to have all these things be able to go simultaneously without bogging down your system. So that's why you need like a 9950 X3D. And then I would say have like at a bare minimum a 5080, if not a 5090. If you're gonna do gaming like while you're streaming, you definitely want a 5090 minimum.
That's the best graphics card on the market today.
Well, there are alternates, like there's like a 5090 that's like that has an integrated water cooler. I forgot what brand it is. And
well, aren't all the 5090s NVIDIA? Well,
they have like what you got consider like a I guess it'll be like a subsidiary or secondary brand. So basically you have like the Founders Edition, which has 2 fans. And then you'll have like say for instance MSI, which is a 3 fan that has sometimes they have water coolers integrated into them, or maybe they're just air cooled, but they have a higher sometimes they have a higher clock speed, so maybe they're overclocked, and they have better performance because they have more fans to keep them cooler. So they're not all created equal.
Well, now, you would always want to go for the water cooling, from what I understand.
Not necessarily for a graphics card. It depends. It depends on, you know, the intensity of the games that you're playing and like what's your target FPS and things like that. Obviously, if you're streaming, you know, it really depends on display too. So like if you have a display with a high refresh rate, that's going to be very taxing on the graphics card if you're running high resolution and high refresh rate. Because you got some of the gaming monitors that are like, you know, over 400 megahertz refresh rate. And so you definitely going to have a 5090 for that. And it's still going to be taxed for certain games, like say for instance, Crysis.
Do you have Discord by
Black Myth
chance?
Wukong,
I would love to like talk shop with you if you have Discord. I don't want to take over Anonymous's panel.
Oh no, you good. Hey, no, you good. You good. I'll let y'all have it.
I don't
Y'all
have
got
Discord. I just hop in on YouTube every once in a while. I don't really do Discord or anything like that, to be perfectly honest. But
Oh,
you can
okay.
catch me on Instagram.
No, I don't got Instagram.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I deal with is Instagram.
I mean, you can drop your Instagram or whatever social media y'all want in the back chat, because what I like to do is when I get done with these live streams, I like to put people's contact information in the description of the video, and then I put it in a pinned comment. So if people want to look y'all up and follow y'all, then I make sure that the information is easy to find.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
I do that on every panel. Because what I like to do is I like to let people get all their promotion in, let you promote whatever you got going on, shout out whatever, and then I'll go from there.
Now I want to be clear. I'm not promoting anything. I'm not promoting a channel. I'm just hopping on this panel because it was a very interesting conversation, and I enjoyed chopping it up with you, but I'm not promoting my own personal channel or anything like that.
Oh no, you good, bro. You good, bro. It's like whatever you want to put out there to where the people can find you and, you know, follow you and keep up with what you got going on, then I'll make sure I link it. Yeah, well, because I'm all about, you know, using this platform and using different tools and stuff to help build up networks and help connect people. That's kind of why I like having these panels and having these discussions, because it's like I was saying earlier, I know I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I know I'm not the dumbest one either. And so that's why I like to open up my panel and have other people show up and give different perspectives, because you never know, you know, what you might learn or what you might hear that you didn't hear before.
Now, I do want to say, oh, she's putting her little one to bed. I do want to say, in addressing the topic at hand, I think that because so many people are now growing up in a social media quote unquote era, what you find is that people are now able to curate their social circles. When I grew up in an era where you just had to go outside, and so you didn't get to pick and choose who was in your environment. You made friends with whoever was available.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And a lot of the people that you were friends with, like if you were able to choose them online, you wouldn't be friends with them because they were so different.
Right.
But you learn to adapt to them. You learn to kind of be able to network with people that are not like you. And I think that skill is what's being lost because of social media. And so consequently, people who are not forced, or people who don't have an impetus to grow from a personality standpoint, then it kind of lends to an inability to adapt in the dating market. So when they go out in person, there's like a social awkwardness involved, and so they kind of tend to lean towards an online dating experience to where they can actually kind of curate their persona online. And I'm not saying that's what Athena is doing with her online dating experience, because she said that she dated in person before this and it just happened to find somebody online. But I'm talking about people who specifically utilize social media for dating and mating because they're unable to, or maybe unwilling to, deal with the rejection associated with interacting with people in real life.
Hey, yeah, Athena, I got your chat pulled up. Yeah, you can go ahead and pull up. I'm cool with it.
Oh, and then after that, I want to touch on what he said.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna wait till Athena does her prayers.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys want to help join in prayer?
Yeah, I'm cool with it. She said guys in person suck. Okay. I don't. I guess I had to disagree with that.
Stop the cap.
It all depends on where you're
Are
going and
you
which guys you're talking to.
are you Christian Anonymous Space?
Yeah, I am.
You're what denomination?
Non-denominational.
What about you, Tris?
I'm Christian. I grew up in the African Methodist Episcopal Church. I don't consider myself denominational at this point. I do consume actually most of my content I consume on YouTube is actually Christian content.
Oh, no way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I follow Operation Steven. I follow God Logic. I follow Sam Shamoon. I follow Christian Prince. Those are some of the creators that I follow online, and I really look at a lot of the Christian versus Islam debates, and kind of learning because I've read the Quran, but there's a lot obviously that you don't catch, but people who have done a lot of study can actually kind of point to certain things within the text. So,
Okay. Are y'all okay if he leads in prayer?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, Abraham, you want to lead in prayer?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give y'all the floor.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy
Be thy
name.
name.
Thy
Thy kingdom come.
thy
will be
Thy
done.
will be done
Done.
on earth as it is in heaven.
Heaven.
Give us
This day,
Was this day
bread
give us this
daily
day
bread
our daily bread,
as we forgive those who
as we
trespass
forgive,
against us.
as we give for those who trespass against us,
not into temptation,
and lead us not into temptation,
and evil,
but deliver us from
Deliver us
evil.
from evil,
and the power,
For thine is the kingdom, the power.
power, and the glory.
Oh, maybe you can show me how you do the hand signals.
Oh, so we do, Abraham, come on. So you do the 3 fingers, and then the 2 that are like this. You go the Father,
Father,
the Son,
the
and
Son.
Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Oh, so you're returning to your heart.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right. Big shout out to y'all. Big shout out to y'all.
Gotcha.
All right.
So
now go ahead.
oh, okay. I don't want to interrupt anyone. I was just gonna say the thing I wanted to add on to what Trez was saying. When it comes to meeting people in person, I totally agree, but I don't know if I'm an outlier when it comes to this. But meeting people online, even if they're someone I would totally disagree with and don't even particularly, I try to find common ground, and that's something I also see from Athena too.
Mm-hmm.
And just so that I can have opposition when I want to have debates. We do a lot of debates on TikTok, so that's important to me. So what do you think of that, Tress?
Well, I think that obviously you don't want to create an echo chamber because that's going to stunt your growth intellectually.
Exactly. Facts.
But what I am wary of is people who are just disingenuous. Some people call them trolls, which there is a perspective of trolling, but some people are just they're not having a good. They're not having a
good faith. Yeah, good faith conversation. Yeah,
not having a good faith conversation. Like they're literally their only objective is to win the argument. They'll present erroneous facts, knowingly present erroneous facts, or they'll result to various tactics to filibustering, ad hominems and red herrings. They'll do anything they can just to win the conversation because there really isn't any desire to necessarily have a good faith conversation, nor is there desire to be solution oriented.
Right.
So I think that's the biggest issue with dealing with online. That's why I prefer, and I'm not targeting this at you because
no worries.
You seem to be very genuine, but I'm against allowing people on a panel that don't have their camera on. Even if like me, like my camera's on, it's dark, you can barely see me, but at least you know that. So there is a level of accountability. I can't just become here saying any and everything.
Can I
Like,
say
get a rise
something
out of me.
though? On that particular subject, my father, from a very young age, said, "Do not put yourself on the internet." And I was rebellious in that. And I put myself out on the internet. And I feel like it's like past the point of no return. But had I not ever done that, and even with my son, right? This was before AI made this huge. And my dad warned me about AI, and I didn't listen to him. And people are now saying, like, all the videos that I do, like, I'll be talking, I'll look over here, and then I look over here, and then I'm talking, and they're like, just from that, they can make you do anything. As if you're paying for a good quality AI. Abraham, go to bed. Hold on. Okay, you can close my door and go to bed.
Oh, like Grok. Grok is scary.
So here's the thing. It's like, if you are actually paying for AI, like good AI, you can make someone, especially with a lot of pictures online, you can make anything happen. And there's a lot of famous people. They're like, I never did anything like this, but there's like really things that it looks real, especially pictures. And who knows whether it's real or not? Who knows? Because, I mean, if you're paying for good AI, you can make stuff look really good. Look at like the people who are doing like movies and stuff, right? They're paying for the best AI. Like, there's so much that you can do. And it's kind of scary. So I understand why people don't want to put their face on the internet. And I actually wish I did not partake in that, or did not partake in putting my son on the internet. But I personally, I feel like I'm past the point of no return. So it's like, my face is out there, my son is out there, like, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but you're not a celebrity. You could take that all down and no one would care.
No, 100%. But let's say, God forbid, I just like make it big. And I mean, Charlie Kirk was no one before he was someone. And I don't know if y'all know this. I was supposed to go and work with TP PSUSA.
Yeah, I remember you saying something about that.
No, I was supposed to. And my parents were like, well, okay, Erica's in charge now. Go and work with her. And something in my spirit did not sit right with that. And all of these things that she's done since his unalivement, that's not what a woman who is mourning the unalivement of her husband does. And I was silent for a very long time, but like, honestly, no. I refuse to work with them. I still know people in the circuit, and I don't want to work with them. I really don't. No desire. I did when he was there, but now that he's gone, absolutely not. You couldn't pay me.
Ah, right in the neck.
You could. Rock. Oh my God.
Athena taking shots.
No, you couldn't pay me. May his memory be eternal. And
Amen.
I'm so
Mhm.
sorry. I'm so sorry that he married an undercover, you know what, who did him dirty. I just pray for his kids if they're even his.
Oh,
I
wait. You saying he married one of them boys?
Oh, no, not one of them boys, but a 304.
Oh, okay. I got you. I
Supposedly,
got you.
She belongs to the streets.
supposedly reformed. But the way that she's acting,
I hear a little noise,
thank you for bringing me my phone. Go to bed.
and I heard the little like talking sound.
So, no, honestly, I took a lot of time and I did not speak out against Erica, especially because I was considering working for them. Now, I've actually seen multiple positions open, and my parents were like, take it, because I have family who were in chapters of TPUSA in my area. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me. No, what she did was disgusting. What she did with the company is disgusting. And yes, shots fired because
Mm.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not okay with what she did.
Mm.
You know,
And that's on record. So
I just wanted to address something.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah, I mean, I am aware that I don't turn my camera on. You know, like that's not me trying to not take accountability or be disingenuous. Kind of like with what Athena said, it's just for general overall safety, and I think more people should take that kind of approach. I think there's something nice about having a voice, but not having to fully commit. And with that, I mean, you do have a bit of anarchy, you know, and I'll be the first to admit, me and Athena, you know, we like to troll sometimes, but like not here, not now. It's not appropriate. What we do as trolling, it's more rage bait on TikTok, and we'll have like a funny prompt up or something.
Mm.
But as it goes for turning points, right? Athena said the stuff that came out after Charlie got you know, I'm gonna use safe words here, pew pewed. But you know, even before, you know, from her pageant days, and you know, just she didn't show good signs. I hope a lot of what's coming out about her is fake, because ultimately we'll never truly know, and that's high hopes, but it's
Mhm.
not looking good.
I mean, if you look at what she did for his funeral, I think it says everything you need to know. And even when she did it, people were like, a lot of the conservative community was like, everyone
Oh,
mourns differently. And I was
she
like,
recorded the body.
more than that. It was almost like she was flaunting it. And I was very quiet about it. And I watched it and I was like, I don't know about any of this.
Mhm.
And then I stayed silent, right? Even though all of that stuff was so unsettling. And now all of these other things are coming out. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And it's really unfortunate that, and so here's the thing. This is literally what men talk about. There are women who pretend to be tradcon, right? Like tradcon has become like this new sensational thing, and I've had men accuse me of being a tradcon. I'm like, hold on, where did I say I was traditional? I have traditional values. Um, I live
Oh, really?
I well, I have a more traditional life, but I wasn't a virgin when I got married, and I had sex after my marriage. So I'm not a traditional woman. I well, owning a business doesn't necessarily make you not a traditional woman, but the fact that I'm online and speaking I mean, that doesn't necessarily make you not a traditional woman, but I'm not a traditional woman. Even though I do a lot of things that traditional women do, I am I can't say I'm a traditional woman. I don't think anyone in modern society can say that they're traditional women. I think that they
Mm,
can say that they do their best to be a helpmate and
hmm
all of that, but like no one can say that. And the women who say that, I I really don't trust them. I think they're
Mm,
mm,
fucking lying.
that's not
mm.
true, Athena. We have a friend. We have a friend who's traditional.
Who?
JJ.
Oh, well, JJ's not from the US though.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, but she's from Canada, so
No, she's not from Canada. She's from Eastern Europe. And then she moved to Canada after her marriage, and she did get a divorce. She doesn't talk about her divorce, but she was married in the Orthodox Church. And in order to get a divorce in the Orthodox Church, it has to be extreme and serious. Like, serious. So she holds her tongue on things, and I respect her for that because it's nobody else's business. But
Mhm.
and now
to get a divorce in the Orthodox Church, there has to be like either extreme abuse,
Mhm.
infidelity, there has to be like extreme drug use or something along those lines.
Mhm. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna get ready to start wrapping up the show. If you're just now tuning in, or if you've been rocking with us the whole time, make sure you get a stream a like, share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow everybody on all their social media sites. And we're about to get ready to close out the show. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and introduce next week's topic.
Mm.
Yep, next week's topic. Yeah, this one's gonna be a shocker for Athena.
Uh-oh.
Psychology Unlocked, the psychology of cheating. That is going to be next week's topic. We're going to be talking about cheating. Yeah. So next week's show, we're going to be going live on February 28th, 2026, around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, we're going to be going live on February 28th, 2026, around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Once again, next week's topic, Psychology Unlocked, the psychology of cheating. How you feeling about that, Athena?
Well, are we talking about the psychology of cheating on both sides? Because I have an opinion on both
Yeah,
sides. And it's
yeah,
very
we
different.
we are we are. It's not going to be one sided. It's
I won't dive into
we talk
it.
about both sides of it. We talk about both sides of it.
I won't dive into it, but
Okay.
cheating is very different for men and women.
I'll have to say I agree with
you know,
that. I
something
I, I can I concur.
something I've noticed from just like this topic and the next one. All your topics seem to be kind of general based, so like you're not gonna ever attack one side too much more than the other.
No, I like to I see, and I frame the questions the way I do because I want to leave it open ended. Because I don't necessarily want to come into it with a particular bias. Because even if I do, I may or may not hear a perspective that I didn't consider before, and then I'll have to take that into account when I address things.
Can I say one thing though?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll get into it next time. Are your regular panelists going to be there? Because there's one particular person that I'd like to address.
Okay, I'll make sure they're there.
Because there's different levels of cheating
Okay.
with like flirtation online, if you catch my drift.
Oh, absolutely. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're
Okay.
talking about. I
They're
know.
going to be there next week.
Yeah, because
Okay.
no, because this person and I have gotten into heated discussions about it. Heated
I'm
discussions about
ready.
it. But see, I have yet to have the logic be defeated. That's the point. I always argue the logic of something, and I don't necessarily argue morality when it comes to things because the world itself is amoral.
So the
I
logic,
just argue the logic. That's it.
okay. Okay. I have some things. Actually, I talked to Rock about it. He doesn't know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
I was really hoping that her and Pearl were gonna go head to head on that one time we were all gonna be on a panel.
Mm,
Um, but Pearl didn't make it. She canceled. It
okay.
is what it is. But I've been waiting to go head to head with her, and I think that's actually a topic where we can go head to head. Like, here's the thing, I'm not going to bring up a subject that's not on topic. Does that make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. No,
Doesn't mean I
get
don't
it.
like
I get it.
her. Doesn't mean I don't like her. I do like her, but
You
here's the
just
thing.
want to challenge her perspective. That's all.
But here's the thing. I go on panels with Fatty and Ali, and I went on panel with or this was in person, but Ease and David on the No Fugazi. I
Okay.
can actually talk to people and have a difference in opinion. Here's the thing, men don't mind when we have a difference of opinion, but women get really triggered. So I enjoy having a difference of
Okay.
opinion with women because they get so angry.
Yeah, and then they'll accuse you of having internalized misogyny.
Oh, I know. I
They
love my
no,
internalized
they look,
misogyny.
they do all that stuff when they realize that they're losing the debate. That's you just let that roll off your back.
Real quick,
Yeah, go ahead.
I wore this sweater. It does have like little shoulder things like opened, and my
The second time she's bringing this up, she thought it was important enough. She brings it up a second time.
no, because my boyfriend was like, "You're wearing that out," and I was like, "I'm going to a friend's house." And then I was gonna post a picture. I took a picture with my shoulder in it. He's like, "Do not post that picture," and I did not post that picture.
You were treading that line. You were treading that
See?
line, Athena.
With that shoulder?
Treading the
With
line.
that shoulder?
Exactly.
Okay. I
Treading the
don't
line
agree.
already.
Hold on. I don't agree, but I'm still going to
It's
listen
it's not about the
to my
shoulders.
boyfriend. I'm going to listen to him because I love and respect him. But do I think a shoulder is that sexy? No. I literally made a joke and I was like, oh no, not me showing an ankle. Like,
Okay, so I'm anonymous based. Do you find, things like when women show bits of skin like more attractive than just when you see everything?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I tried to tell her
Absolutely.
this. I was trying to tell her about the
Absolutely.
sundress thing.
No, because this is the thing, Athena. This is the thing you got to understand about us. The thing with us is, in some instances, less is more, right? There's always this term that's been floating around called leave something to the imagination. It's leaving
okay, so
something to
if
the imagination.
you're covered, but okay, for example, my shoulder, y'all can't see it, and thank God because
Yeah,
my boyfriend did not want it to be shown, but like literally, I have like this much skin on my shoulders that's exposed.
Well, you already showed it off, plus your bra
You
strap.
can't, no, you can't see it. They've not seen it. And the
Earlier,
pictures, I took the pictures and I sent them to you. and I did not post them because you asked me not to. And I respect you and I love you, even though I'm like, what's a shoulder? You asked me not to, so I'm not going to do it. I was teasing you, and I'm sorry I teased you to the point where you thought I was going to do it. I didn't do it. If you look on
Okay.
my social media, I didn't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware, but you did show
Okay.
off your bra. You did show off your bra strap earlier.
When?
Does she not remember?
Hey,
Anonymous.
hey, we low key saw it.
Yeah. See,
Was that on purpose or
It was
that
it was the left one.
it was a
was the left one.
wardrobe. Yeah, it was a wardrobe malfunction.
That was an accident.
No, he's
Uh-huh.
all he's doing. He's just pointing it out. That's all.
Yeah, that's all I
Pointing it
was
out.
doing. I'm not
He's
even
just
giving her
pointing
a
it
hard
out.
time.
Okay, so
He just
so
pointed out.
I'll never wear this on camera again.
Good girl.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get last thoughts on the show, final shout outs, and then we gonna close it out. So Mr. Triz, it was a pleasure having you on the panel, sir. You popped up out of nowhere. You came in at a great point of the conversation. You were able to get in a good amount of talking time. You were able to articulate your perspectives very well. And I just want to let you know, even though it's your first time here, you are automatically invited to come back. I know you said that you subscribed to the channel earlier, and that way when you get a notification, you'll see when we go live. But now you got to see that I announced the shows ahead of time, so that way it kind of puts it out there, so that way people can set aside time to show up. So with that being said, you're automatically invited to come back, Mr. Triz. So how was the show for you? Did you hate it? Did you love it? How was it for you, brother?
Like you said, I caught the tail end of the show, but from what I was able to catch, I really enjoyed it. I think it was a spirited discussion, and I look forward to more of your streams.
Cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Big shout out to you for pulling up, man. All right, Miss Athena, you came in on the tail end of it too, but you know, whenever you do show up, you always make it worthwhile to have you on here. So, last thoughts on the show. Did you hate it? Did you love it? How was it for you?
Oh, I always love it. I'm just sorry that
Stop the cap.
I am so opinionated and I don't ever want to overtalk someone, but I got a lot of feelings.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. No, it's cool because if I actually bring up my rule card that I put just in case I have to show it to people, one of the rules on my panel is that I do allow over talking. It just can't get to the point where it's disrespectful, because I understand the nature of how conversations go, and so I don't want to be micromanaging people's talking time. I like to let the conversations just flow. So that's why when people get into debates and they're butting heads, I sit back. I let it flow.
And I learned that in your show because at first I would talk, and then if someone else talked, I'm not trying to like gas myself up, but as a mostly like naturally submissive woman, like when I'm having conversations with men, I have to make an effort to be assertive, right? Because I naturally want to fall back. I literally have to force myself to be assertive and talk. And I have to do that, but I like the fact that when I do that, you actually allow me to speak, because I've tried that in other panels and the men are just so aggressive. My natural instinct is just like, okay, I'm going to shut up.
Mm-hmm. Nah, see, and it's the way I look at stuff like that is I can't expect to have a productive platform and productive conversations with people if I, as the host, don't give people time to get their thoughts out. Like, it's rare that I ever have to say one mic on here. It's rare. It's very rare that I have to tell people one mic. And the reason it's so rare is because, like I said earlier, I'm one of those people, I like to let the conversations flow. So if people are going back and forth and they're trying to come to an understanding, I let it happen. Because things like this, they happen in real life out in public. So I don't want to take away the true nature of us having a discourse if I'm trying to edit and censor everybody and, oh, you need to talk for this amount of time. And no, I don't have to do all that. I just let it be natural and I let it flow the way it's supposed to go.
I get what you're saying, but it's really hard because I know everyone's like, oh, Athena's so outspoken and this and that. And I can be, but when I'm on a panel of men, I tend to kind of like shut down. If I'm in a panel of women, I'll be very outspoken, but on a panel of men, I kind of shut down. If you can go watch the panel that I was on the No Fugazi, if you could see the whole thing, there were so many times I was like, I wanted to say something, but someone else said something, and then I just like got quiet. David did such a good job, and he was like, Athena, you had something you wanted to say. And I was like, oh, yeah, I wanted to say this. He's actually like, I've heard women complain about him. I went on the whatever. I've been on Fatty and Ilkin stuff, and I love Fatty and Ilkin, and I've been on yours. I will say that David is a very, very observant person.
You got to be.
No. He catches every move that any woman makes. Like anytime I was like, he like saw me. Anytime any woman, he's like looking. He's like, because he wants to dig in to all the conversations. And so I think he was thinking, oh, she has something negative to say about this, but it was really negative on essentially the woman's side. And I think he was very pleasantly surprised of the things that I was saying. But like, I kind of rely on men. Like I like to do facial expressions and like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to just step in. I force myself to do it, but it's not in my nature at all.
Yeah, and then you notice that there's times where, like, let's say if you're trying to get a thought out and people start over talking, sometimes I have to tell them, "Hey, man, you gotta let her get her stuff out."
Yeah.
Well, because this is the thing. I understand, the concept of people waiting their turn to speak and things like that. But I also understand that somebody might say something and it triggers a thought, and you're thinking, okay, well, let me go ahead and just get this out real quick before I forget it. I pay attention to stuff like that too. So that's why I don't mind when there is over talking. I just don't let it get to the point where it's disrespectful. And if I can sense that it's starting to get, a little elevated, then I have to step in and say, hey, one mic, let this person finish. And I always make sure I try to go back to the person that did get cut off to try to give them a chance to finish what they wanted to say. And I think Triz kind of seen that tonight because that happened to him a couple of times where he kind of got cut off, but then I have to let him get his part in.
Absolutely.
All right, so rock around the clock.
Hello.
Last thoughts on the show, man. Did you hate it? Did you love it? How was it for you?
Well, clearly I hated it. That's why I stayed up. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
No. I thought the show was great. I enjoyed meeting you guys. Anonymous, I know we had spoken briefly, but having this full and like conversation, meeting
Oh no, yeah, this
Trez.
is great. Yeah, this is great. This is actually great.
And then also I wanted to address, Athena says she's never done OF before, but actually,
Only
if
farms.
She does only fridges.
I do OF only fridges on my Discord.
Yeah, it's
Don't
where we
don't.
We
we
tour people's okay, so when we do TikTok lives, we tour people's fridges and then we post the videos of their fridges online. And I always tell people, they're like, "Oh, do you have content? Do you do OF?" And I was like, "I do. I do OF." And I send them the link.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm wheezing like an old man. It's so fucking funny because guys are like, "Oh, I want your content." And I'm like, "I got content for you. I got random people's fridges. There you go."
and you know, and surprisingly, you learn so much about someone just by looking inside their fridge.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
They click the link thinking that they're gonna get something good, and then when they realize they're not, it's like, "Gotcha, bitch." Got him. Gotcha. No, but we're gonna do final shout outs and then we're gonna go ahead and close it out. So, Mr. Triz, where can the people find you if they can find you?
Don't look for Triz.
Y'all hear that? Don't look for him. Don't look for him. Leave him in the shadows.
Yep.
Leave him in the shadows. Okay,
Shadows.
fair enough.
Matter of fact, look for Triz on this channel right here. How about that?
Oh, there you go. That's even better. Even better. All right, Athena, where can the people find you, ma'am?
So on YouTube, I'm Herspective Podcast. On Instagram, Athena Star 23. On TikTok, Athena Estedia. On Facebook, Athena Estedia. It's either Athena Estedia 23, Athena Star 23, or Herspective Podcast. Any combination of that. I'm on Twitch, Rumble, YouTube. I'm on everything.
Okay.
Patreon.
Cool.
She's on Tumblr.
I don't use
Oh man, he
it.
said Tumblr. Oh, you taking it back for real?
Shit. So I got another thing I gotta do. I got everything. Apparently not that. I have to do it now because OCD.
Yep.
What about MySpace?
Does that still exist?
Yeah, it does. Surprisingly, it does.
Do you have an account in MySpace?
No.
I'm about to
no,
make a MySpace
no.
account. I
Yeah,
swear
she's
to
making.
God, I'm not God.
All right. So where can the people find you, Mr. Rock Around the Clock?
Well,
If they
you-
can find you,
yeah. Well, on TikTok, it is just Rock Around the Clock, or on Discord. You know, you put a little period next to my name. You type my full name in with a period at the end, and there you go. Wazah.
He's a comedian. He has very, very dark humor. I used to think that I had dark humor until I met him, and then I was like, this is how I actually fell in love with him. I have a very, very dark sense of humor. And then I heard his humor. No, then I heard his humor and I was like, that's...
She yelled at me about telling her son to bring a gun to school, which he's homeschooled.
He said, if anyone bullies you, bring a pew-pew to school. And I was like, my son is homeschooled. Why are you telling him to bring?
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Things are gonna change around here, Mom.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Dark his I have dark humor. No, he has dripping tar humor. Anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, it's listen.
Disgusting, dripping tar humor.
Athena. Listen,
him.
Athena, listen. And Anonymous Space and Taz. Dark humor is like food. Not everybody gets it.
That's it. And it's true. It's true. He's right.
Oh shit.
He's right. He's absolutely right. No, but if no one else has anything else, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. Y'all got any other final thoughts or
Yeah, I'm just trying to make
Things
you
y'all want to shout
stay
out?
up late.
Oh, you trying to make me stay up late?
Yeah, I know you're ready for bed. You've been on here 7 hours and 10 minutes. Like
So
you're like, I'm trying to go to bed.
We'll
I've
see.
actually
Because I gotta go to bed here shortly because I got an alarm set so I can get up and go to the gym early in the morning.
I was wondering what exactly is on your head? Is that just like a hat or is it a wave cap
No,
or
it's a turban.
a turban?
Yes, sir.
No, right.
Yes, sir. No, I get asked about it all the time. Like I'll be out in public or I'll be at the gym or something, and I have people come to me, "Hey, sir, you know, I was wanting to ask you, are you by chance Muslim?" And I'll say no. It's like, oh, well, I just assumed you were, so I figured I'd ask, and I say no.
It's weird. People ask Athena that all the time when she's wearing her hijab.
So what I never thought to ask you what you're wearing on your head, but what is it for?
Okay, so it has like a satin silk lining in it, and I wear it to cover my hair.
Oh, it like gives like waves
Yeah,
or
yeah.
okay.
I was
Yeah.
like, it is a wave cap essentially.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to be technical, yeah, it is.
So it's not for like male pattern baldness.
No, absolutely
Okay.
not. I have hair. I have hair on my head. No, I got hair on my head.
Okay, understood.
No, y'all are good though. I mean, if
He
y'all don't
loves
have any,
to make things really awkward. And like, here's the thing: if you either get his humor or you don't.
well, based on the humor he's presented, I get it.
I think Mark, because you know how like British humor can be very dry.
Dry, super dry.
Yeah, it's like a combination of very dry and very dark. It's
Oh,
like
speaking
the
of
driest dark
speaking
thing.
of Great Britain, look,
Oh, is
Ooh.
that him?
no, it's not.
No,
It-
it's greetings from Great Britain.
yeah, that's somebody else.
Mm.
Huh?
Wait, so
Whoa.
was Mark the guy who was just up here who went to bed?
Yeah, he was up here earlier. Wait,
Oh, damn.
I don't know who
it's
Neil
like
Clark
5
is.
o'clock in the morning there, so some people in Britain are just getting up.
Wait a minute. I could have asked him my famous question, Athena. Am I allowed to ask that on YouTube Lives? Or
I don't
would
know,
you get
what
us?
is it?
You know
Hey.
my famous question that I ask everyone.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I think you should start with Tiz and then go to Anonymous.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so are you fine young gentlemen circumcised?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we can be friends.
Hey.
You answered it.
My main question is, how do you get your snacks into the movie theater?
Shit like that.
See, you asked if I troll, right? This is like my equivalent. I don't know if this is like.
He literally asked everyone if they're circumcised, and then he's like, "How do you get your snacks into the movie theater?"
How do you do it?
Well, you can't hide it in your foreskin, that's for sure.
Oh, there you go.
It's like an everlasting burrito.
Okay, let's end it now.
Yeah, for real. No, but yeah, y'all make sure y'all tune in next week. Everybody on the panel, y'all are automatically invited to
Thank
come up,
you.
and I'll be making sure that I put y'all social media stuff in the description of the video, and I'll also put it in the pinned comment of the comment section. So with
If
that being
y'all ever want to troll on TikTok, we do rage bait. So
Oh, and
Okay.
gaming.
okay, well the people will make sure they come over there and check y'all out. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. Like I said earlier, y'all are automatically invited to come back, and we will be seeing you guys next week. All
Thank
right.
you. Have a good one.
All right, y'all too. Peace.